is Wednesday, January the 27th. I am your host, Casey Phoenix, and this is my daily thought. My goal is not to make it that long this time. I'm actually my my schedule is kind of busy today, so I'm just going to go ahead and hop right into it. Of course, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. If you're watching on YouTube or Daily Motion, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, followed by the notification bell for YouTube. KIRWKC on all the other social media platforms. All right. I've mentioned judging before. I talked about that. I didn't really go into the history of someone, which everyone, I've talked about people having a past and things of that nature. The only reason that I'm bringing this up is because something came across in front of me. It came, across my eyes. And it was about Lori Harvey. And it was weird because so many people have been talking about her. And I feel like I might even discuss this before, but I doubt it. Because, like I said, I usually don't talk about celebrities on this channel. I think the only celebrity I've ever dedicated an episode to truly talking about was Cardi B, and also I think I did Eddie Murphy because he won an award or something of that nature. Because usually, like I said before, I really don't care about what celebrities are doing. So many people have said so many things about Lori Harvey, and I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't know of her. I don't know anyone who, at this time, off the top of my head, I don't know anyone who knows her personally or that has met her personally. What I do know is that a lot of people have said a lot of things about her. And this dating and whatnot. And that's the other thing too. Why is it when someone is dating another person, it's automatically assumed that there's something physical going on? I've dated people that I've never done anything physical with. So, not saying that I don't, that I haven't lived, but not every single person I dated, I had some type of physical relationship with. So it just amazes me when I hear people automatically assume, oh, well, these two people are dating, so they have to be doing something. I talked about assuming on my show, assuming and knowing. So yeah, what you think and what you know are two different things. And even if what people are assuming is true, why is it such a huge deal? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is it such a huge deal that she decides to do this? If someone wants to experience the company of someone else physically, whether it's one individual or whether they're just like, you know what, I just want to taste the rainbow. I want to, check all the flavors, all the colors, and all this and all that, all the shapes and sizes and everything else, then it's not anyone's place to judge. It just isn't. People can say that it may be a bad look. Not really. It's a bad look to those who judge. You don't know what someone's situation is. There may be a reason. Everyone, as I said on the show before, everyone's an individual. So what works for someone may not work for someone else. Just like for me, I'm more of a monogamous person. I prefer to be in a monogamous relationship. But I know people who are totally cool with being in an open relationship. Who am I to judge that? Who am I to judge that they're fine with their significant other physically being with someone else? It's not my place. It's just not my thing. And same thing on this end. Who are they to judge me to say, oh, well, you just want to be with one person? Like, who does that? What is this, the 50s or something? They don't have any room to judge me either. And when it comes to who you've been to bed with, now, for every action, there is a reaction. For everything that you do, something follows behind it. Now, if you are enjoying the company of people and you're doing it all in the same city, then one of the reactions from that action will be that people will talk. Now, if you don't care if people talk, it's whatever. If you do care if people talk, then maybe you should try different cities. In Lori Harvey's case, and again, we don't know what she's doing with anybody. We just know that she has allegedly dated these people. I'm sure she's aware that people are going to talk. And it seems like she doesn't really care, which I don't blame her, because it's whatever. But it's totally her choice. No one is, if anything physical is happening, she's not forcing herself on anyone, is what I'm saying. She's not forcing herself on anyone. And that is the thing here. If something illegal was going on, then that would be a totally different story. And even then, it's still not anyone's place to judge, because no one knows what the situation is because they weren't there. And that's where an actual judge comes into play, and evidence and all types of other things come into play. But the point is, whether she decides to be with 2 people, 4 people, 5 people, or 500 people, it doesn't matter, because it's totally her right to do what she wants. She's an individual. She controls who she is physically with and who she is not physically with. And just like anybody else, for the most part, you have a choice. If someone approaches you and they're interested in you physically, you can say, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and give this a go. you know what I'm thinking of. Hey, Joe, you want to... I'm not going to sing the song. But, or you can be like, you know what, I'm just not, no. I prefer not to. I prefer to get to know you a little bit better. Or I prefer to be married. Or I'm just not willing to take it to that level with you at all. Whatever your choice is. Or I can only do it if a third person is involved. There's so many other things, so many other variables when it comes to physical contact that, and I'm doing 2 things at once here. There's so many other variables when it comes to physical contact that it just amazes me how quick people are to judge. And she's just been in the news talking about this. To my understanding, she's allegedly dating Michael B. Jordan now, which kudos to her. I'm jealous. Um, Joking a little. But when it comes to what she's done, it's all in the past anyway. And that's the other thing too. Some people they get hung up on someone's physical past is what they get hung up on, where they may have heard something or they may know something. Some people are honest about their past because like that question comes up in some relationships like, oh well, how many people? And then the individual may tell the truth or they may not tell the truth. Some people always cut the number in half and then give that number is what they do. But regardless of whether it was one person, 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, or 10,000 people that they were with in the past, it's still the past. You're living in the present. And for some might have the attitude of, well, I don't feel comfortable putting a ring on someone's finger. And I'm talking about male or female. It doesn't matter. Where someone says, I don't feel comfortable putting a ring on someone's finger, where if I step into a city and we go out to a random restaurant, two people in the restaurant will have experienced the person I've been with. you know, and that's one of the things that comes with that territory of people who choose to experience the physical of life. Now, for others, they might be more comfortable being with someone that has a little bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for here? That has a little bit of a resume. I think, would that be? I don't know if resume might be the word, but I'll just say with someone that has a little bit more experience, because some people are of the mindset, well, this person has been out, they've experienced things, so they've got the play out of their system. Versus dating someone who maybe has only been with one person their entire life. Because I know people like that. I know people who, if someone's only been with like one person, or if they've never been with anyone, they will not want to have a relationship with them. Because in their mind, they're afraid that the individual may become curious one day. Because it is easier to become curious when you haven't experienced anything. It's easier, for example, if you've never been to Italy or if you've never been to Brazil or whatever, and then all of a sudden you have the opportunity to go and you've sort of thought about it, and then the opportunity is in front of you, it's like, oh, wait a second, I think I can go to Italy. Or, oh, I think I can go to Brazil. Then you'll be tempted to, even though really you're supposed to stay in your area where you're at. But if you've already been to Italy, you've already been to Brazil, you've already been to Canada, you've already been to Australia, you've already been to Japan, you've been here, you've been there, you've done this, you've done that. You have the experience. So the temptation isn't as alluring, because mystery can be temptation, because the not knowing can be temptation, because you're like, okay, I've never done it before. I'm kind of curious. What would it be like? But if you've already experienced it, it's like, I already know. I've already done this. I've already done that. It's not the same thing. So that's why some people will not date someone who has only been with one person or who has never been with a person at all. As in, doing a long-term relationship, because down the line, they're afraid they may become curious about things and want to experiment and explore and go outside of the relationship and do that. So to each his own when it comes to this type of stuff. Again, that's why you can't judge. Everyone's an individual. No one knows. No one knows what anyone's situation is. And for so many people to talk about this one person, and that's the only reason why I brought this up, which I'm pretty sure I may have brought it up before, but it's like the name keeps on coming up. I guess because she was allegedly dating one person, then she allegedly started dating the son or whatever because it didn't work out with the father. And then she started dating this person, and then she started dating that person. All of this allegedly. No one knows who this girl has been with. And if she dated them, again, just because she dated them doesn't mean she did something physical with them. I know girls who have been with people but never done anything physical with them, but gotten jewelry, cars, and all types of stuff. And same thing with a few guys too. They've dated someone and never done anything physically with them. Again, just because someone is dating or getting to know doesn't mean something physical is happening. And even if it is happening, who are you to judge? That's all I'm saying. And when it comes to someone's past, the past is the past. That's it. So if she did do it, or them, whatever, then so what? It's a new day. And she's with a different person, allegedly. So all of that stuff before, that's in the past. It's over with. That's why for me personally, when I date someone and get to know someone, I don't care what they've done. They could have been in the adult entertainment business for all I care. It doesn't matter because that is the past. As long as that person is into me, and obviously I'm into them, and I'm not talking about just physical because, looks and all that stuff come and go. I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, emotionally. We give each other everything we need. As long as that connection is there, I don't care about all this other stuff, me personally. I can't speak for anybody else. I don't care about all of this other stuff that happened with all these other people, whether it was 1 people or 2,000 people. It doesn't matter because it was in the past anyway. What can I do? I can't go back in time. I can't go back and change anything in that person's past and block and do that before it happens and be like, hey, I'm going to be marrying this person in 2022. No, we can't do this. I know it's 2001 right now. All 3 of you got to go home. No, it's the past. So leave someone's physical encounters in the past and focus on the person, because you could really miss out on a wonderful person being focused on their past. Someone who is willing to love you, be faithful to you, if you like the faithful type. Some people, again, are in the open relationships. Be faithful to you, care about you, and everything else. So, I'm just like, don't be so quick to judge someone's past. Specifically their sexual past. Don't be so quick to judge that. Because who are you? Who am I? Who is anyone to judge anyone's past when it comes to their physical encounters? No one knows any of those situations. And that's all I have for my daily thought. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform on Spotify, Apple, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Pandora, so on and so forth. Yeah, that's all I got. You already know all the other ones. If not, look in the description link. You'll see them there. Thank you to all my listeners. This weekend, we're still on schedule to do the tarot card readings this weekend. So we're still on schedule. Still on schedule. Keep your fingers crossed because Mercury goes in retrograde this weekend. But still on schedule to do the tarot card readings this weekend. So anyways, let me go ahead and get going. Thank you again for your support. Until next time, be blessed.